Ahoy there, skippers, and welcome back to what could be the last episode of Sub Sundays. So, we have been playing Sub Sunday for the past several months, ever since the game Cold Waters came out, which frankly is a game that I very much do enjoy playing. I know it seems to be a little bit slower, and I'm not quite as in-depth in my knowledge about things as I am in games like Starfleet Command, but it's definitely a game that I've enjoyed, and I think that it kind of matches with the style of having a broad overworld and then a 3D tactical map. The most recent version of the Russian submods, the mod that we use to give us all those fun and interesting extra subs, has not really interacted all that great with the current version of the game. The game, as you have probably noticed throughout every episode that we've done so far, has been improving with better interface options, voiceovers, and just overall improvements in the overall experience. And now I'm a little bit blathering, but we will move on. So, while the improvements have been great, and seeing the better stuff that they're coming up with in terms of interfacing, the game has been getting buggier and buggier. It's been harder and harder to record these episodes, and I've kind of come to the point where we're done on this 1968 campaign that we've been doing for our first season. The simple fact of the matter is I have tried booting it up, I have tried playing it, and it doesn't crash, but the moment you go into a 3D battle, it shows the submarine, the world is stopped and frozen, and it just never gets going or moves. So I think we've finally hit that point where the game is, well, pretty much done. We'd have to start a completely brand new campaign in order to keep on moving, and I'm not sure if that's something that we as a community want to do. I know that I'm definitely up for more play of the Sub Sunday, of Cold Waters. It's a game that, like I said, I am having a lot of fun playing. But I do understand that a lot of people not necessarily into it. So what I'm going to do for today is we're going to have probably our maybe last episode of Sub Sunday. And I'm going to just start a brand new campaign, 1984, because that's what the Russian submods is more designed to handle rather than the 1968 campaign. And if I'm just going to leave it open, so if people want to mention in the comments in the comments if they want to see more Sub Sunday to say that, or if not, we'll move on either to just once again being 7 days a week Starfleet Command, or maybe we'll come up with another game. If we decide not to continue with Cold Waters, it'll be Starfleet Command for 7 days a week as we used to be when we started this channel a few months ago. But if not, then we'll keep on going. So for once, get involved in the comments, folks. If you want to see this continue, make some kind of statement about it, because if not, we'll go back to Starfleet Command, because people seem to be enjoying that a lot. And I enjoy both games. I will continue to play Cold Waters in my spare time, but whether or not it stays on the channel is up to you guys. So let's buckle in for potentially the last campaign of Sub Sundays. So we have the North Atlantic 1984 campaign, and the 1968 campaign. We're not going to do the 68 campaign. We tried. We ran into a lot of problems, and the Mark 37 torpedo makes it a fairly frustrating experience. Red Dawn Rising is a 1984 campaign. As tensions build along the Iron Curtain, the Warsaw Pact forces launch a devastating surprise attack across the Fulda Gap into northern Norway. Central Europe is plunged into a war, and NATO nations struggle to push back. Resupply convoys from the United States are crucial. Is this the same? It's not quite. So there are minor differences between these two. So it looks like northern Norway is also included in the war here. The Wrath of Brezhnev. Overnight, the Soviet Union invades Czechoslovakia. This is a 1968 campaign. We're not going to do it. I'm guessing that Red Dawn Rising is the Russian version of the campaign. And then Red Storm Rising, 1987 Free Roam. This is a custom campaign that got added in, which basically sets it up so that you can sail around with the missions never ending, never resetting. It's just an open world, sail to wherever you wish to go, and kill whatever you wish to kill. So we're going to do a North Atlantic 1984 campaign because it's simple and easy. We're going to call this Sub Sunday 84. Hey, not 85, 84. There we go. And start. Let's select our boat. We have the Los Angeles class SSN Flight 1 is a 1984 era boat. Very cool, very sweet. Flight 2, which I believe adds more missile launchers. No, it takes away the TASM and TLAM, but it can go deeper. The Flight 3, which moves the bow planes, well, the sail planes, over onto the bow. There's very little that they can actually do, given the limitations currently in the mod. Seawolf is a 90s era. Virginia, the Improver. I think we're just going to do... We'll keep it nice and simple. After all, this could be the last one. We'll do the very much stock Flight 1 1984 era Los Angeles class submarine. So, it could be assigned command of USS Los Angeles. The Honolulu. Oh, that's nice. I like that. Nice tropical ending, perhaps, to the campaign. Ah, Reagan! Surprise, Reagan. We don't really care, but we will read through it anyway. After all, could be the last one. So, what will Reaganism mean for U.S. foreign relations? Foreign relations! New President-elect Ronald Reagan has begun his term in office by taking a harsh stance against the Soviet Union. The former Californian governor, once a Democrat, is reputed for his anti-communist state and for rooting out communist sympathizers in Hollywood in the 1950s. The new U.S. president is regarded with suspicion in the Kremlin. The Politburo sources claim that President Reagan is regarded as somewhat of a cowboy, whose presidency risks spurring controversy and conflict instead of the continuation of the more détente-oriented policies of Jimmy Carter. Something about the Soviets. Brezhnev's legacy, stagnation, and paranoia. Analysis. The death of the General Secretary Leonid Brezhnev is sure to result in a considerable debate behind the walls of the Kremlin. The last decade has been one of stagnation and increased bureaucratization. That's one heck of an interesting word. Of the Soviet Colossus. An unnamed diplomatic source was quoted in the recent Times article stating that the constant provocations from the Reagan administration have created an elevated and permanent anxiety concerning American aggression within the Politburo. President Reagan should think this over. It is dangerous. Oh boy, looks like the Germans are getting involved. Provoking the bear. Is Reagan pushing too hard? Opinion. With the recent announcement of the Strategic Defense Initiative, SDI, Star Wars, several independent political and security analysts are expressing a growing concern that the Reagan administration may be pressing the Soviets too hard. Tensions between the Soviet Union and the U.S. are continually increasing. The increased U.S. military spending, followed by President Reagan's denunciation of the Soviet Union as an evil empire, raises the question of just how the Kremlin will react. Oh boy. Soviets down civilian airliner. International outrage as the Soviet Air Force downs a Korean Airlines aircraft over the Sakhalin Islands. All 269 passengers and crew aboard were killed. The Politburo has issued a statement claiming that flight KAL-007 was on a spy mission on behalf of the United States. We regard this as a deliberate provocation to test our military preparedness, or even an attempt to provoke war, the Soviet Minister of Defense said. Tensions between Washington and Moscow are now elevated to a degree not seen since the Cuban Missile Crisis in 1962. Overall, military readiness is heightened as NATO exercises in the Pacific and Atlantic were denounced by Soviet Union as deliberate imperialist provocations. Oh boy, now we're setting up the random launchers. Pershing missiles deployed in West Germany. Ooh. Bonn, BRD. Deployment of the new Pershing II nuclear ballistic missiles has commenced in locations around West Germany. The introduction of this upgraded medium-range tactical nuclear missile into the United States arsenal has already been the cause of considerable controversy between NATO and the Warsaw Pact, as well as within Germany itself. Independent political analysts agree that the continuous escalation of the arms race each side's fear... whatever. F-15s... I think we're just going to switch through. We get the idea. Oh, boy, SEAL team. Pick up a SEAL team at Holy Lock. Sail to Moransk undetected and release the SEAL team. Now that's a fun one. I've never had this one before. So let us go repair and rearm. We must load the Special Operations Forces. And as you can see, we do not get to carry any other weapons while the Spec Ops forces are on board. Yeah, just a little bit dangerous. Cast off. Anchors away. It was Murmansk, right? Because that's where I'm heading. If not, things could suck. So there goes our spy satellites sailing out at maximum speed. So as we travel across the breadth of the Norwegian Sea, we could go back to 7 days a week Starfleet Command, or we could play actually the game that originally got me interested in doing Let's Plays. It's a game called Strike Fighters 2, which is sort of a sim-light game for aircraft and air combat, that sort of thing. The first Let's Player that I thought, hey, I could do that too, was a guy called Zombly, who I actually recommend that you go check him out. He's pretty cool.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
We're going to sail a little bit slower, and there's vessels nearby. Oh crap. The interface has moved all over the place. I'm not entirely sure I'm happy about this. I'd prefer it over here. Maybe I just got used to it. Conditions. The seafloor is right below us. Signature. Do we have anything? Not as of yet. I think I made a mistake because I wanted to try and get us to go super close so we could fire our amazing Mark 48 torpedoes at him and kill him. but does not look like that's going to be. We do have a towed array as well, which we know to be very powerful. And vessels nearby means that we cannot simply escape. So let's come to port. And see if we can't hear anything. Doesn't look like it. Oh. I'm detecting, or at least I thought I saw one.
Sonar, new contact bearing 272.
Yep, that's what I thought I saw. A little sonar line from over here. And it is a difficult to identify contact so far, but we did only just pick him up. So we need to come to 272. Holy crap. Stern hard. Get over there. So basically on our tail. We have a 30% weapons data already. And we need to ID this guy, and something quick. I'm going to estimate that it's a submarine, most likely, because I don't imagine a surface ship would have snuck up on us like this. As we flip through the many, many options here. Is it a surface ship? Holy crap, it is!
Con sonar,
It's a
Sierra
Grisha.
1 is classified as escort.
That's not good. That's really not good, especially at the range. It's 12.9 thousand yards. So not wonderful. Conditions, there's no duct. There's no duct today. Keep coming hard to starboard. I think I may need to, like, completely cleanse my game, because I don't think this should be like this. In fact, I know it shouldn't be like that. So we'll continue all the way around. And just keep turning, but slowly turning. Oh, we are in his... Are we in his baffles? Hey, he's gone. Leave combat. We're done. Not our mission objective, but of course... Zoom. Actually, I'm just going to... Oh, wrong button. I want to go brief. Double check review orders. We picked up the SEAL team already. To Murmansk. So we are going to Murmansk. New sonar contact bearing 1 through 3. All hands, man your battle
Rig
stations.
ship for ultra quiet. Passing 600 feet.
Let's not die. And there is a vessel nearby. No contact as of yet. We're going to have to slow down as we steadily go all the way down to our speed of about 5 knots for our stealthy run. And once we hit that point is when we'll really start being able to listen. We'll really start being able to listen in. Anyway, I also was saying, one of my thoughts...
Sonar, new contact
Never
bearing
mind.
1, 3, 2.
We actually have work to
Sierra
do.
1.
So let us continue to do work. So 132 is...
Come left 2.
There we go.
132. Helm I.
Put the bow on him. Unless we're only... well, we may only be detecting him by the towed array. So we may just want to go to 150 so that we can keep that forward arc. Because I don't think the towed array, or at least the towed array on the Dreadnought, could not see direct forward. Which was a bit of a weakness, as you might imagine. We do have a fairly good track on it, though. Got some nice strong lines here for us to try and detect from. I'm going to guess surface ship, and I'm going to guess more than one. No, not that one. None of these. Sneaking into the mouth of a harbor. Not the easiest thing to do. No, not quite. Nope. Because we're missing this line here. There we go.
Con sonar, Sierra 1 is classified as escort.
Steady as you go. I want to keep the towed array looking at him. Apparently it's not picking up anything. Really? It's kind of weird. There are also aircraft nearby. Crap. So, he is a pingin' away. And this is not the map where we try and deploy people. This is moderately, and when I say moderately, very dangerous. So there's a helicopter that we can do nothing about. Except skulk, stay quiet, and hope that he doesn't dump dipping radar on top of us. When we fire this torpedo, it's going to basically cause all hell to break loose. 38% solution on this guy. I would like something accurate. And there's at least one more ship out there, somewhere over here. So that's the cash-in, and then there should be one more over here. At least that's what I saw the line come from. Yep, there it is. Some guy over here in that area. We're still not picking him out either. We could come up to the surface, but it would be a bad idea. At least I think it would be a bad idea. Because if we came up to the surface, well, then we would be killed horrifically and devastatingly. The problem with helicopters is we can't shoot them down. We are not equipped with any sort of anti-aircraft weaponry, at least as far as I know. And so if suddenly helicopters come along and start dipping things, we can't do anything about it. If they start firing torpedoes, again, there's nothing we get to do about it. We just have to avoid and hope to not die. Unfortunately, as you can see, the seafloor is at 645 feet, so not a whole lot of room. We have very little room to maneuver. So we're going to slowly chug along in this direction. I am real tempted to come straight to a range of 90. My other thought is to just run. Because, you know, it's not necessarily a bad idea to just flee. As fleeing can be a fairly safe thing to do. But then again, we also always want to try and kill people. We're pretty good at it. We like it when we can pull it off. Let's come all the way.
Left to
090.
090. Helm I.
Whoosh. I want to try and get a extra leg on this track so that we can really figure out where he is, fire a torpedo his way, watch him die, and, well, avoid him. As you can see, aircraft nearby. Even after we deal with these guys, we're going to have to flee from that aircraft, and that's going to be difficult. In the 1968 campaign, we really didn't have to worry about helicopters or bombers with magnetic anomaly detectors or anything like that. It was mostly just ships and submarines. And granted, our torpedoes sucked for shooting submarines, but hey, it was easier for us to survive. Hard for us to kill things, but easy to survive. Yeah, my game definitely has problems. If we decide to continue, I may have to uninstall completely, clear everything out, and then reinstall just to fix this stuff. As we continue silently. I'm going to do this. 54.
Con, helm, steady course.
Steady course. He can't hear us. He'd like to, but he can't.
Con, sonar, new contact bearing. 138. Designated Sierra 2.
There you are. So Sierra 2 is going to be his buddy. One of his buddies, anyway. No, none of these match. Still not matching. I'm going to guess you're over on this side of the street. Oh. No. Not quite. There it is.
Con, sonar, Sierra 2 is classified as escort.
Really? A Kara CG? Isn't that a guided cruiser? That's what I thought it was. Estimated range is 51.5 thousand yards. Yeah, we're not really caring. The Cashin, on the other hand, is only 8,000 yards from us.
Con, sonar, new contact bearing.
Sierra 3?
3.
Oh boy.
Designated Sierra 3.
I suppose we should have expected this. I mean, we are coming out of...
Con, sonar, Sierra 3
There we go.
is classified as escort.
We are basically coming out of the front of one of the biggest, or one of their more important ports. Looks like we have a better solution, a 60% solution on the Cashin. We now ID his course on the map screen, although we could pretty much figure it out from before. He's coming right for us. Methinketh torpedo.
Shoot 2-1. Aye, sir.
Methinketh torpedo because torpedo is, well, not safe, but it'll give us defensive options. We have the Cashin, 61% and no better. He should have the torpedo shortly. Let's range to the Cashin, 6,000 yards. Range to the end of the torpedo. No, I didn't. Crap, I want to extend your range. Yeah, that didn't work. It is going straight up. And we do actually still have it on... we still do have it connected to our systems. So I'm just going to run you straight on the course I want you to run on, because we know about where the Cashin is. And it's going to come straight on his head. That torpedo is pretty darn quick, too. 63%, we may find out he's about 1,000 yards further than what we think he's at. And I'm actually going to guess that's the case. Because otherwise the torpedo would definitely have him by now. That's my estimation, anyway.
Con, fire control. Weapon
It's got him.
acquired.
It's going full power right on into him. See how much he enjoys this. And wait for impact. We're still not getting great solution on him. I would like to be able to see this, but I don't think we're going to see him before our torpedo blows him up. Yeah, I can hear engine noises. So our current information on where he is a little bit off, as you can see. But we've got him. Surface ships really can't avoid torpedoes.
Con sonar.
Got him.
Contact. Sierra 1. Last bearing 1.
Slammed right into him.
Contact breaking up.
Target, cash in, range 21,000 yards.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 3. Last bearing 1, 2, 2.
Oh, it was a
Contact
Krivac.
fated.
Huh, we had the wrong ID. Sorry. Unfortunately, we cannot flee. There are still aircraft nearby. And
On torpedo room, no reloads available.
there's that. So we have no reloads with which we can put in that torpedo tube. So we basically have 4 shots to our gun, and then we're in trouble. Looks like the car is making one heck of a turn. We've got a 78% solution on him. That's pretty impressive. Oh, as he rolls over and dies. That's just... oh, terrible. I do feel sorry for you, friend. Well, not friend, we were enemies, but at the end of the day, nobody really wants to drown. Oh, looks like we've picked up the Kara. He needs to die. He needs to die for very, very simple reasons. He carries, or maybe not. Yeah, he carries the helicopters. I could press in on him. We have his range, it's 15,000 yards. If I were to fire a torpedo, it would need to go to here. Okay, so we are going to course change.
Come right to 157 Helm I.
We're going to come right towards him. Because I want to be able to shoot without having to worry about my cable snapping. We are going to take him on. This is kind of dumb. But really, let's have some fun with it. So, run on surface. We can only make it run zigzag. Run on surface. Run level. I want to try and balance my tubes a bit. And... we're good. We have a good solution on this guy.
Shoot. 3. 530.
Torpedo away.
Con, helm, steady course.
So we've got 2 of our torpedoes away. Going to kill people. The car is maintaining course. I'm surprised. I figured he would try to evade, but he hasn't. He's just coming right for it. I am a little concerned where the Cashin went. He's just kind of up and disappeared. Torpedo's getting ready to go up. 3, 2. So we are out of the expanded time. Keep it locked on target. We know where he is. And... yeah, he's trying to evade. Sorry, friend, but we're not going to let that happen. We're going to go right on
Fire
into you.
control. Weapon acquired.
Weapons got him. Oh, did we lose him? We did. Suddenly our solution went from like 95% to 60. That's some pretty cool ability right there, man. A little annoying, actually, because we wanted to watch this go in. The range isn't that long, though. So, yeah, according to our current plot, we think the car is basically on top of us. It's right here. According to the torpedo, the car is way over here. I wonder who we're going to trust more. Oh, plot is updated.
Con, fire control.
Oh, he's avoiding the countermeasure. I'm here in a helicopter. Wow, you're skimming right for the surface.
Con, fire control.
Fire control has him. There's the helichopper. Helicopter seems to be going in the wrong direction, which I approve of. I'm very happy that the helicopter has decided to go the wrong way. That makes my life much, much easier. Torpedo is moving to home. We have a good solution. Come on, I have a 95% solution. You should be showing me.
Con sonar.
There he is.
Regained contact on Sierra 3.
Hi.
Bearing 1, 2,
Boom.
0.
Good pop. And the Cashin we have a 28% solution on. Vessels nearby. Helicopter in the area. I'm positive the helicopter is going to come our way. So if the Cashin solution solids up, we'll send a torpedo into him as well. Run surface. Thank you. Let's get this torpedo out of the tube before the helicopter shows up. You're going to make your course somewhere around here and go active at that point. Wire break. Really? Why? It wasn't bad. Okay, it was a little bit off. But really not that bad. So if it lost the wire, this one probably not going to pick up. We did tell it to activate early. So there is that. It could pick up early because of that. So let's hope this torpedo is able to get a good guidance. Now the one saving grace is it will be a zigzag course, so I think he'll be within the scan cone when it finally comes on. Oh, please tell me that it activates. There it goes. It's active. It's active and it's searching. It's searching on passive too, which means it's a harder target to pick up. Oh, looks like we pick up the Cashin. We have the Cashin.
Con sonar. Sierra 3.
Come
is
on, weapon.
classified as escort.
Pick him. Pick him up. No! Further. Oh, he's going to lose it. And the aircraft is still in the area. Well, he is fleeing. So there is that. He's fleeing and pinging. So if his range expands, I think it's 15,000 yards, then we can run. But right now, he's a little bit too close for that. There's the wreck over there that we don't need to really worry about. 14.5, 14.6, 7. Come on, 8, 9, 10. One more. Aircraft nearby. Crap. Well, I don't hear the aircraft. And now the vessel is nearby. So she's turned back into us and is planning on finding us. Do we fire the last bullet in our gun? I'd rather not. But we have very little choice, actually. So we just sit here and wait. We're going to have to kill the Krivak. We'll have to kill him with a wonderfully set up torpedo. But I'm actually going to...
Con, torpedo room, no reloads available.
I want to unload it because I can't actually see the torpedo and what it's set to do. We've got a 60% solution. Keep him coming. It's going to be ugly. It's going to be very ugly. Alright, get ready to fire it. I mean, we don't have much of a choice anymore. We're committed, 62%. That creeped me out just a little bit. Get ready for the last bullet in our gun. 63% solution. Let him close. Let him get a little closer.
Shoot 2-4. Aye, sir.
So 2-4 is a going. Let's make it close. We should probably move this just a little bit so it doesn't get mistaken on the Kara. Because they do get locked onto wrecks, and I've used that a lot in the past, where you just circle around a wreck to avoid it. So torpedo is a closing. And torpedo
Con,
pop up.
fire control. Weapon acquired.
Weapon had it for a moment. There it goes. It's got him. Now it's coming.
Sonar, noisemaker.
It's going around the noisemaker, but it has him. It's got him dead to rights. Oh, look at that turn. He doesn't want to be here anymore. He's done. He's like, come on, man.
1-4.
Can't we just be buddies? Here, I'll give you a snack. He drops his noisemaker. Torpedo's like, no, I want bigger food. You ain't getting away. Coming around.
Fire control. Weapon acquired.
On what? Oh, good. So I was afraid for a second that it had acquired on a wreck or something, but nope, she's got this ship. It's like, I know exactly where you are. You're not getting away at all. So it can see the torpedo even though we can't. It's not giving us any specific updated information, but it's going for it. So tempted to make it go active just because that ping sound is kind of scary. There we go.
Contact. Sierra 3. Last bearing 1-5.
Whew. Got him. But now, we are disarmed. To Murmansk! Quickly! Okay. I think this is our operation. So, 327, designated Sierra 1.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
This is our insertion point.
Con sonar new contact bearing 074.
This is our
Designated
5,000
Sierra
yard
2.
friend. Conditions.
Con sonar new contact bearing 124.
Make depth 400 feet. Dive by.
So we've got to get here.
Con sonar new contact bearing 2.
Into this little lighted area.
Designated Sierra 4.
And if we can
Sonar
sneak
new
in here.
contact bearing 168. Designated Sierra 5.
If we can sneak in here, we can...
Con sonar new contact bearing 083. Designated Sierra 6.
This is way more dangerous than I thought it would be. I was like, yeah, we'll sneak in. They'll never know. Let's start IDing contacts. We've got a lot of stuff to do before we can leave. No, I don't think so. Anyway, I'm not getting any of the doublets. Because doublet. I'm not seeing it. Could be a stern trawler though. My real concern is what Sierra 5 is. I keep scrolling by it. There it is. And we don't have a ton of information on it yet. I do see a line over here that I'm trying to match up right around here. No, not quite. Not quite. You're all slightly off. That's it. That's you. You're a kilo.
Con sonar Sierra 5 is classified as submerged submarine.
Tell me what 3 is. An interesting... Oh, was that it? No, not quite, but it did match the one almost. Keep scrolling through. You are something.
Con sonar Sierra 3 is classified as escort.
I don't want to guess too much at this point. Let's Sierra 1, because Sierra 1 is basically on top of us. I mean, look at all that. Look at that kind of power that we're getting out of our readings.
Con, dive at 400 feet. Dive by.
Thank you.
Con sonar Sierra 1 is classified as merchant.
Sierra 2 is sort of closing on us, but it is a merchant.
Con sonar Sierra 2 is classified as merchant.
You're not. Sierra 6 is... So close, except for a few of these numbers. I'd love it if you were all merchants. Then I could just steam at full power and not even care. Oh, that's really... I don't know, because that matches lines here, that matches lines here. I think I'm seeing a doublet here. I'm not sure if I'm... Oh, we're picking up a doublet here. That can't be him. So we gotta find a doublet on that super low frequency. Oh, was that it? No. Come on, friend. Tell me what you are. Tell me all your secrets, so that I may avoid you or kill you as required. Well, actually, we can't kill him. I mean, we just don't have the weaponry for it anymore. That's gotta be it. It matches every line except for this.
Con sonar, Sierra 6 is classified as merchant.
Double check Sierra 5, please. We're feeling reasonably confident on it. Give me Sierra 4. Let's see if we can't get a quick classification on him. Flicker through. Anything? Not quite yet. Keep on testing. We don't have a whole ton of information to go on. His range is kind of long, and I don't anticipate him getting closer to us. He's either Udaloy, or he's a Kara. I don't know which one. Not enough information at this time. Let us...
Make turns for 10 knots. Maneuvering eye.
Okay, so we lost some contact.
Con sonar, Sierra
Tango
5
class submarine.
is classified as submerged submarine.
So, do we have our Tango? We have a 95% solution on him. Eee, scary. Our Tango is at 8.7 thousand yards. If he were to go active, he's almost got us. So let's make our course this way.
Come right to 260. Helm eye. Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 2
baffles.
last bearing 0. Con helm steady course.
Let's see if we can't get away from this guy. If we can get around the Tango, we can be safe.
Con sonar, Sierra.
Trawler.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra.
So most of
3,
our estimations
last
were
bearing,
wrong.
110. Contacted.
Con, less than 50 feet below the keel.
Crap, really? Is it coming up? Yeah, it might be. Okay, I need to bring us on a course back down into the target area.
Come left to 196. Helm eye.
Yeah, it's gonna get a lot shallower here, folks. Ballast up.
Passing 400 feet.
Yeah, we're gotta come slightly shallow here.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 6 bearing 0. Con helm steady course.
Con, less than 50 feet below the keel.
Oh, it's coming up faster than I feared.
Con, less than 50 feet below the keel.
I am very much aware of that. Oh, we're gonna have to get way closer than I want to be. Set depth 300 feet.
Peak depth 300 feet. Dive high.
Let's come up off the floor just a bit. I would scrape the ground, but I would worry about denting the boat.
Con, dive at 300 feet. Dive high.
It just keeps coming. Some kind of hump there?
Make turns for 5 knots. Maneuvering eye.
Let's listen around. Keep a good ear out. We have a Tango that's going to be somewhere near us that I'm worried about. Tango's pinging. Did he catch a whiff of us? God, I hope not.
Con sonar new contact bearing 263 designated Sierra 7.
Can you give me an accurate bearing to Sierra 7, please?
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 3 bearing 106.
I don't care about the cache. I care about Sierra 5. Oh boy. And I also care about an accurate reading on Sierra 7 because he's jumping all over the place. New course.
Come left to 179 helm I. Con helm steady course.
Give me Sierra 7. Sierra 7, thank you. Stop increasing the speed of time. We gotta get an ID on him. He's getting way closer than I want him to be. Not quite. Oh, I think we had him. Back one, please. Yeah.
Con sonar Sierra 7 is classified as merchant.
Okay, I don't care about him. He has no detection capability whatsoever.
Come right to 196 helm I. Make turns for 10 knots. Maneuvering I.
So let's get it chugging. We've got to go pretty far south and we've got to avoid a trawler. How fast is he going? 14 knots. We're
Con sonar
not going to get away from
Sierra
that.
7 is classified as merchant.
Not good. Oh, the trawlers apparently aren't ASW trawlers? It's not showing that they've got any capability to track us. It's interesting. What's our depth? 414 feet.
Make depth 350 feet. Dive I.
Want to stay low.
Con.
Gotta
dive
stay
at
low.
350 feet. Dive I.
So we've got it about 70 feet below the keel. Oh, it's coming back up to us, isn't it? 400 feet and steady. This is just a scary amount of stuff. If we had torpedoes, we would sink everything. We wouldn't even care. But we don't. We have to... Oh, we got to get away from this cache. And CR3 is moving at what speed? Great speed, 15 knots, and closing 30,000 yards at this time. Do I dare kick it up a notch? Because if we cavitate, we're done. I mean, we are in shallow water, very little maneuvering room. We've basically got to get far enough south that this cache won't run us over. And we're skulking the bottom, as you can see. Just sort of skimming over the ocean floor. Oh God! There is... Let's see if I can do this. So I don't hear a helichopper, but that doesn't mean much. So if they're dipping randomly for us, things could get ugly really fast. All of this is rather dangerous. Cashin started pinging. Sig, what you got? He'll pick us up on active. Oh my God, we're done. We are toasty.
Make turns for 20.
20 knots?
Make turns for 10 knots. Maneuvering I.
This Cashin's gonna get us. Because we've got to stop here and practically come to we have to come to periscope depth and stop in that circle. 79% on that cash-in. Can we move without cavitating? Or did we start cavitating? Make turns for 20 knots. Maneuvering, make turns for 20 knots, make 10. So I don't think he picked us up. Oh boy.
Make turns for 20 knots.
He turns for
Maneuver.
15.
Make turns for 15 knots. Maneuvering aye.
We've got to get away from him. Oh, he's a lot closer than we thought. He's got a positive 7. He's 3 away from picking us up.
Con sonar Sierra
It's a
3.
Krivac.
Classified as escort.
It's not a Keshin. She's a Krivac. She still doesn't have us, but she will. Doing 15 knots. We are quite a ways from our target. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. We're probably not going to make it. He's got a +7 on his active. And he's heading towards us.
Make turns for 16 knots. Make turns for con maneuver. Make turns for
20 knots.
make turns for 20 knots. Maneuvering aye.
We're trying to run from him. He's only doing 15 knots. We're now doing 20. His towed array is somewhat picking us up, but he's not going to get a detection until it goes +10. He is at 8 on the active. If this goes up 2 more points, we're sunk. Because he's pinging. He wants to find us. And we're about to put him in our baffles. If this goes down to 7, I'm going to make a hard turn to try and get out of his forward arc. As we skulk along. We have the Krivac in our view. Yep, there she is. Gotta keep running. Just keep running. Flee. I would push for more speed, but I don't actually know the cavitation speeds for a Los Angeles class submarine. Because of that, I can't risk a cavitation. Not with a Krivac at 6,000 yards. The only solution would be is if we came back on him and forced him to hit him with his own torpedoes. But he's got depth charges. He's going to have helicopter support. I mean, here in the middle of Murmansk, that's never going to work. He's got us. If he pings again, he'll have us. He's got us untowed.
Make turns for 10 knots. Maneuvering aye.
Oh boy.
Make turns for 5 knots.
He's
Maneuvering
got us
aye.
hard on his towed array. He stopped to listen.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 1, bearing 001.
If he pings, he has us. He's got a +16.
Con maneuvering, making turns for 5 knots.
+15, -11, +1 on towed. 12. He is all stop. Drifting and listening. Come on, put me in your baffles. Plus 18. Plus 17. Come on. If I were him, I would be skulking and listening, because I think he picked this up on his toad. And I would be directing a helicopter this way. Come on. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14,000 yards. Come on. The moment he pings, we're done. Unless he suddenly goes maximum speed before pinging. I think if we had been sprinting from before... He's picking up speed. He's turning his screws a lot, but he ain't going very much. Hi. So what's you gonna do? Just put me in your baffles, forget you ever saw me, and we will be good. We'll be friends. I'll bake you a cake. Don't know how I'll get it to you. I have no torpedoes left, but I'll bake you a cake. If you just keep on turning to starboard and bring those baffles over here. Why do commandos take up my entire torpedo room? I'm now cursing my my assault on that cruiser squadron. It's gonna get us killed. If we had torpedoes to shoot our way in here, that would be one thing. But we do not. Come on, we have a long way to go. We still have a long, long way to go. And no ability to basically tell you to go away. It's moments like these that are why I like these games, because this, to me, is tense. This is, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap for me. Like, games like Silent Hunter, games like this, where they get moments where it just feels like I am very much in the moment. Oh, he's turning his stern to me. A little bit more. I'm so tempted to turn the boat to try and get in his baffles. Come on, it's a cone. We should be passing into them shortly, I hope. Maybe he's hunting his own tango. That would be funny. That would be funny to me. Just point your stern to me. There's no reason for us to have to get involved with each other today. Just leave. This is the most evil turn in the history of turns, because... Oh, am I in your baffles or not? The SNS comp is not telling me that. Normally it does. And we can't afford to go very fast because of that towed array, according to this. Alright, we're gonna do it. We are in the baffles.
Make turns for 1, 0.
And we've lost him entirely.
Maneuvering eye. Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 3 bearing 0.
We know he's
4,
actually here,
6.
but as long as we're watching him go away from us. then I'm happy. Just don't come towards us. Let us leave. Let us all leave in peace. Total raise at -8. Seafloor is moving up and down and up and down. Jeez. Yeah, it's times like this when the game scares the crap out of me. $15,000 yards and extending. Keep running. Just keep going.
Make depth 400 feet. Dive I. Con, dive at 400 feet. Dive I.
Okay, continue on to the Circle of Hope. Oh, I thought it was a ruler. It's not. 20,000 yards with a 95% solution on that. We got away. Oh, wrong button.
Passing 400 feet.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. I want to,
Make turns for 20 knots. Maneuvering I.
let's run for the target. I think it's possible we might actually be able to outrun anybody. No, probably not. They have 42 knot torpedoes. Seafloors are coming up again.
Con, less than 50 feet below the keel.
Okay, bring it up.
Make depth 350 feet. Dive I.
Quickly, if you don't mind.
Make turns for 10 knots. Maneuvering I.
Slow down a little bit. Let's try and avoid beaching ourselves on the seafloor. Because that would be very bad. That would make a lot of noise, I imagine.
Con, maneuvering. Making turns for 10 knots.
Con, dive at 350 feet. Dive I.
Seafloor is holding steady at 411 and extending. Lovely little blind alley here. No weapons, no mosses, no fun stuff. Just sheer terror. We're almost there. Almost a target. Get ready for it, folks. The final culmination of everything we've been trying to do here. This is the maximum zoom. And turn off the time acceleration.
Less than 50 feet below the keel. Make depth 45 feet. Dive I. Make depth 100 feet. Dive I.
We've reached the deployment zone.
Con, maneuvering. Making turns for 5 knots.
Make depth 45 feet. Dive I.
I'll do this and then level us out at around, well, 190-ish.
Make turns for 0 knots. Maneuvering I.
Drifting up. Now comes the real scary part. as we head towards 100 feet to dump these SEALs off, letting them do their evil Spec Ops work. Spec Ops team away! Ooh, we did it. SEAL team is in business! Yes! Ha 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 ha! Bomb the base! Military installations in and around Murmansk, the Soviet Union, have sustained extensive damage in what have been called a series of guerrilla raids by NATO special forces. With no signs of diminishing, these raids continue to hamper local Soviet operations. Questions have been raised regarding the safe return of special forces troops, many of whom are deployed far behind enemy lines with little or no support. The military refrained from comments, stating it would not discuss any recent or ongoing operational details. Return to Hollylock for replenishment of stores. Run! Run! Faster! Faster! More speed! More power! Come on, we need to get the heck out of here. Hi. Bye. Just... we're gone. Run! Run south! Flee! Flee from the submarine! Can I get a... please? Support? Crap! We've been detected on satellite. We are behind many SOSUS nets, though. Return to Holylock. We're almost there. Almost to Holylock. What do you mean limited success? We deployed a SEAL team and then had to go home. We sunk 3 warships. That was excellent success. Alrighty. Our next mission will be an enemy, if we continue, will be an enemy wolf pack. Repair and rearm. And, load the weapons. Load that many, then load that many, and then load that many. But of course we are going to load... nope. That, and that. And we're going to wrap it up here after a harrowing mission to sneak into the harbor at Murmansk to deploy a SEAL team with no weapons at all. We managed to pull off the mission, and now NATO SEAL teams are wreaking havoc behind Soviet lines. But will that be the end of our story? It's time for you to decide on that. Do we continue Sub Sunday, or do we just end it so that we can continue playing Starfleet Command all the time? I'm good with either option. If you want it to continue, you gotta leave a comment. If it doesn't get any comments, then we're going to go to 7 days a week Starfleet Command again. So, it's up to you guys. I will leave it in your hands. I've been Tirek. If you like what you've been seeing, hit that like button and subscribe. If you want to receive a notification every time I release one of these videos, press that little bell icon, and this time, leave a comment. And I will see you all in the next episode.